So, hmm, this is going to be an interesting topic. Have you ever like gone somewhere or done something and you met a person that you didn't think you'd meet, and then you and this individual just hit it off? Like, for some reason, you and this person just click, and it's like it's wonderful. I had one of those moments a long time ago. So when I was younger, my mother and I would go on like cruises, excursions, things of that nature. Every break, winter break, spring break, summer break, we go on a cruise. We'll fly somewhere, we'll drive somewhere, and we'll just get out and we'll just go. So one particular cruise, which was actually, I believe, my last cruise ever, my mother and I took a cruise of the Cayman Islands, Barbados, and I think we stopped in Jamaica for a day. So on the trip, it was myself, my mother, and my aunt Charlotte. Now, being in that tender age on a cruise, you usually aren't like able to do a lot of things. This the 17 to 18-year age, you're like, fuck, there's nothing to do. It's just like you're there with your family, and then you can be in the room. You can go to the kids zone, or you can go to like one of the movie theaters that are on the deck. Go to the pool, jacuzzi, things of that nature. But you can't really do anything that per se would be counted as adult fun. So I've been on various cruises: Royal Caribbeans, Princesses, Disney, Carnival. My best experiences were always on Carnival cruises until they got shitty. And then my mother was like, we're gonna stop doing Carnival. We're gonna do Royal Caribbean. So this was my first time on a Royal Caribbean, and I met this girl. Well, let me get ahead of myself. On the cruise, it's the age range: babies, elementary school kids, high school kids, college age kids, well, college age people, and then adults. So the adults, everything else is the cruise. So it was this little zone for like the teens, and I meet this girl. I meet a lot of people actually. I met this girl, Leah, Leslie, met this dude, Dominic, who's my bro to this day, Johnny Stouffer, his twin brother Matt Stouffer, and then Brianna. Now, Brianna was fucking gorgeous. I don't know how she went for me, but she was gorgeous. She was like absolutely 100% beautiful, and it was just nice. So Brianna lives in Miami. Everyone else that I met is in this story, they live in Miami. I live in Chicago. So first night we all meet, and we just hit it off. We're just hanging out inside the game room, playing pool and stuff. So I see that Brianna, so it looked like something's wrong with her. So I was like, hey, what's wrong? She's like, nothing. It's just like I'm kind of bored. So I'm not as experienced with the whole dating thing, or talking to women in a romantic way. So I just go forward in a friend kind of way. I was like, oh well, we can just like go somewhere and talk, or just hang out if you want. So we ditched everybody else. Everyone's still in like the sky zone. We go up to the upper deck. Now it's pitch black. Like, this is the middle of the ocean. We're on a cruise ship. Everything around us, past the railing, is black. You can't see a damn thing. You look up, darkness. Look down, darkness. Look straight, darkness. So she's like, wow, it looks beautiful. And it legit looked beautiful at the time. So we go up and we start sitting on like the lounge chairs, the section that the little deck boys don't put up yet. Like, it's all the way at the top by like the basketball rims and the golf course and things like that. So we go up there and we sit down, and we start talking, and she starts telling me about how her parents are getting a divorce and how this is her last time going to be with her dad for a while, and she just got out of a very bad relationship. So I'm sitting there like, oh shit, I've known you for 6 hours and you're bearing your soul to me. I don't know how to take this. So again, not experienced with women to the extent that I can navigate this properly. So I hug her. I didn't know what else to do, so I just like pulled her in and I hug her. Now, mama ain't raised no fool. I kept myself to a pristine hygiene level. So, I'm smelling good. My mom, she would buy me like nice cologne and deodorant. She's like, she doesn't pull away from the hug, but she doesn't fully embrace it. Like, I hug her and she hugs me back, and then she smells me. And now, for all like tall guys, when you hug someone, you can tell when they smell you. She smelled me. She smelled me, and I'm like, ooh, okay. So the further the conversation and it progresses through the night, she was like, "You're a very sweet guy." And then she's like, "Do you have a girlfriend?" I'm like, "Me? No, I don't." She was like, "Oh, why not? Like a good guy like you." I'm like, "Hey, I'm not what you would call the best looking guy in the world. I'm not the bee's knees or nothing. But I get lucky sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to like dating, I get lucky. I get some attractive women. So I'll be like, oh shit, they're actually attracted to me. That's awesome. So I'm walking her back to her stateroom. Now, she's at the bottom of the ship. Like, if we were to like hit an iceberg, her ass would be dead first. So I get there, I'm like, damn, we all the way at the bottom. Like, we take the elevator from the top deck, because when she told me where she was, I'm like, we're not walking. Get in the elevator. So we catch the elevator down. I get to like her door. She was like, I would ask you to come in, but my dad and his wife is here. I'm like, oh, your mom's here? She's like, no, he remarried. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So before I walk away, she taps my shoulder. I'm like, yo, what's up? You something wrong? She's like, come here, I want to tell you something. So I lean, and she kisses me. Now, it's not one of those, little quick pecks on the cheeks. Like, no, she kisses me. Like, and I'm just shocked, because I didn't expect it. So I pull her in, and I start kissing her back. And she doesn't fight it. And I was just thinking, like, I just met this girl today, and I'm already kissing her. Unlock the swag unlocked. But no, so I'm just like, oh wow, this is something new. So the week goes on. Me and Brianna see each other more. We hang out. We do a lot more, like, making out. And it comes to the last night of the cruise, and she's like, I want you to come to my room. I'm like, why? She's like, just come down to my room. So I go down to her room, I meet her there, and she's like dressed beautifully. Like, she had on a nice little dress. She's like, since it's our last night together, I want to just spend as much time with you as possible. So we are like hanging out on the deck until the deck people tell us, oh, the winds are too hard, you guys got to come inside. So we go inside, and we're just sitting on one of the stairs in like the middle tower of the cruise ship, and she just gets real close to me. So I'm like, hey, are you okay? She's like, no. I'm like, what's wrong? And she starts crying, and I'm like, oh shit, did I do something? Like, did you want something I didn't do? She's like, no, I'm just sad because this is the last time I'm going to see you ever again. And I'm like, wait, what does that mean? She's like, this is the last night of the cruise. Like, after this, I'm going back to Miami. And I'm like, oh yeah, that is true. So I'm like, you know what? How about this? I don't want you to cry or anything. Come with me. So we go back to the Sky Zone, where like all the other kids are like staying there late as hell. Like, it's about 6 a.m. in the goddamn morning. It's still pitch black in the middle of the ocean. And like, we're just all talking. And out of nowhere, and she was just like, I'm gonna miss all you guys. I was like, I'm gonna miss you too. So push comes to shove, we all add each other on Facebook, and I'm still friends with all of them today. And ever since then, like, I've just been thinking, like, what if I reach out to this girl? Like, what if I tell her, hey, hopefully you remember me. If you don't, no problem. Just catching up to you to say, how have you been? But then I think to myself, like, she lives in Miami. I live in Chicago. Like, there's nothing that's gonna happen. But oh well. Always gotta give it a try. So hopefully everyone had a good day, good week.